Act happy.
Hi, Miss Clara Bow. I'm Hannah Denelli.
Hi, Hannah. Nice to meet you.
Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to meet with me today. Let's get started. What was your inspiration for getting into the film industry?
I've always dreamed of being an actress, and I always imagined it as being the perfect escape from my oppressive home life.
And how did you get your break in your career?
When I was a teenager, I entered my picture in the Fame and Fortune contest sponsored by Motion Picture, Shadowland, and Motion Picture Classic. The January 1922 edition of Motion Picture Classic announced me as the 1921 Fame and Fortune winner. As part of the prize, I was promised a part in Beyond the Rainbow.
That's exciting. Did you get any more publicity after that?
After that, I began working in Manhattan Film and Photography Studios. This was when a protege of D.W. Griffith's, Elmer Clifton, came across my photo and wanted me to work for him. He asked me to play a role in Down to Sea and Ships for $35 a week. After that, I was easy getting roles in Enemies of Women, Daring Years, Dancing Mothers, It, Free to Love, and many others.
You mentioned It in your list of motion pictures. How did it feel to be the nation's It girl?
It's incredible and overwhelming at the same time. It's a drastic change from my childhood, but it's great to have adoring fans. I receive more than 45,000 letters a week from my fans. Definitely more than I'll ever be able to answer. Being the It girl, beginning in 1927, definitely defined my career.
You keep bringing up your childhood. What was it like?
Growing up in poverty, I didn't have much as a child. I lived in a Brooklyn tenement during the time of one of the worst heat waves in New York. My mother was mentally abusive and ill, and my dad had left us before I was even born. So my childhood was difficult. I am glad to be out on my own and doing what I love.
How did your mother feel about you entering the acting industry?
My mother frowned upon the idea of me wanting to pursue a career in acting. She always told me I was headed for a life of sin. It got to the point where once she tried to slit my throat when I told her my plans.
That must have been horrible growing up with no support. Who did you look up to while all this was happening?
I really enjoyed watching Mary Pickford, Mae Murray, and Theda Bara when I was young, so I tried to look up to them as somewhere I could be if I worked at it. Learning from the actresses I loved only made me want to be an actress even more.
You are known as the nation's biggest sex symbol. What is that like, and how do you feel about the controversy?
I'm young. I'm just having a good time. I think people misunderstand my loose and understanding free spirit, earning the bad reputation that shadows me even today. I'm a manipulator, and in the end, I will get what I want.
So overall, what do you think you have contributed to changing the industry?
I hope to have influenced women to express themselves freely, such as I did. I hope to have instilled in society the capability of accepting a woman for who she is, no matter how wild or free-spirited. I hope to have paved the way for great women to come, and honestly, I believe I have.
Couldn't have said it any better. That's all the time we have, Miss Bow. Thank you so much for meeting with me today.
My pleasure. Thank you for the amazing opportunity.
You're welcome. Any last words before we end?
Never forget, all the time the flapper is laughing and dancing, there's a feeling of tragedy underneath.